Stay tuned for actual footage of me doing high chair training with 2 of my grandkids. Are you ever frustrated, feeling like your little ones are just all over you? They're hanging on you, they're whining, they're needing your attention at all times, and you can't get anything done. Welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm Teresa Elling, and I would love to bring a little bit of peace back into your home. And this is totally possible with high chair training. Don't turn off this video. Give me a chance to explain. I'm not just talking about training your child to sit in a high chair for meal times, although that is a huge added bonus. I'd love to hear what a typical morning looks like for you. Have you ever woken up to find the kids are all awake, they're all starving, right? Never hungry, starving, and needing your attention right from the moment you open your eyes. If you have 2 or 3 or more, then that just multiplies the noise, the demand, and the stress. You hustle into the kitchen to try to make breakfast while kids are pulling toys out, scattering them everywhere, already getting into conflicts. You finally get food on the table, everyone comes to eat, you have to change the baby's diaper, and then the toddler spilled their juice. They finish their breakfast, they're off destroying the house when you realize the kitchen is a complete disaster and you haven't even eaten yet. Now, I do have to explain something before we begin. I fully believe in the importance of children being active, especially outside, getting outside in the fresh air, running, jumping, climbing, playing. All of this is needed every day for your child. But sometimes we go to the other extreme. We don't ever want our children to be uncomfortable. We don't ever want them to whine or not want something. So there's no discipline. And by discipline, I don't mean punishment. I don't mean spanking. I'm talking about discipling your child, using all the tools that you have to raise an amazing adult. And you're not going to have that without some amount of discipline. We all have to learn structure. It's so good for our children to learn patience, to learn to wait, to learn to prefer someone else, to learn to handle a no. So this is a tool, one of many that can be used especially in the most extreme circumstances. Maybe you've just had a baby and you have 2 toddlers you're dealing with. Maybe your children are really close together and you feel like every day is a struggle and you are drowning. Just letting the kids run amok is not going to help you. Now, I'm going to show you some footage today. This was a couple of years ago, but I was doing high chair training with 2 of my grandchildren, and they were the ages 1 and barely 3, not even 3, 1 and 2. So you'll get to see some actual hands-on training sessions. My grandkids had 2 matching high chairs, very sturdy with straps. They were able to be strapped in, and they had trays. Trays are really important too. The bigger, the better. And you're going to try to increase the time with each sitting or every day. So if they sat in the high chair for 5 minutes yesterday, maybe they could do 7 minutes today, maybe 9 or 10 the next day. Now I have a video on consistency in parenting. I really encourage you to take a look at that. In this video, I show you how you are 100% capable of being consistent with your children. Would you like plum? Oh. Oh, plums are so good. Okay. You have ink all over you? Ah, all over your cheeks. And all over your nose. Ah, all over your hands. Wait. Good job, buddy. Okay, guess what? Are we gonna sing a song first? What are we gonna sing? What are we singing? Which one? I love you, you love me. say scrub me to you? Won't you say you love me too? Good job! You're going to use this time in the high chair to get all kinds of things done. And remember, 5 minutes matters. Even 2 minutes. You can get so much done with just a concentrated amount of time. Pay attention to when you need to get work done, like first thing in the morning or dinner time, and utilize that for high chair time. You could definitely line it up with the 3 meals, but you also can choose any time of day when you really need to get some things done. I've used this time to sweep, clean out the dishwasher, organize my pantry, and do dinner prep. You might need to give your kids a snack immediately when you put them in the high chair, but eventually you want them to be able to sit without anything on their tray. Talk to them, engage with them, ask them questions, sing songs. Make it an enjoyable time to interact with your child. Even though you're working, make sure to take time for eye contact and touch. You can use high chair time even to start getting them dressed, to brush their teeth, to brush their hair. They're strapped in and contained and happy because you're engaging with them. And so it's a great time for training to have their hair combed. If they are struggling with that, just do a little tiny bit every day. Eventually, they won't even think about it. It'll just be a natural part of the morning. My grandson was resisting at first, but after about 3 days, he was good. My daughter was pregnant and struggling with morning sickness with number 3. And so I had this idea to do a high chair training video. I asked her if I could take the kids in the morning. That would really help her out. And it gave me an opportunity to show you firsthand how I do this. Now, a couple of extra tips. No toys while the kids are eating. We make those very separate activities. So maybe food first, then you wash hands, clear the trays, and then an activity comes out. Also, the kids are not excused until parents have eaten. This means, Mama, that while they are in their high chairs, you make sure to sit and eat and hopefully even get to tidy the kitchen before the kids are excused. So maybe they're fussing to get down and you say, oh no, we're all done eating, but we're going to play a game. Just a minute. And maybe you're taking dishes over to the sink and putting them in the sink. And if they're fussing again, just a minute. And you very quickly want to have an activity ready that you're going to put on their tray. Now, there are so many ideas. You can look up on Pinterest for quiet time bins, sensory bins. There are so many things you could do. You could get dollar store containers and have a different activity in each one and have a whole set of things that could be used for high chair training. One of the really fun ones that I did was just cutting open a deli meat container with a slit and giving my granddaughter some old poker chips that she could fit through the slot. It kept her busy for like 20 minutes. Sorting toys, quiet time toys, puzzles, books, these are all great ideas for high chair training. Another thing you can do is washable markers or dry erase markers on a tray. Test it first in an inconspicuous area and see if that will work on the tray that you have. Usually they'll wipe clean, no problem with soap and water, but in a pinch you could use rubbing alcohol. Now, if my kids dropped something, I'm happy to pick it up for them, but we all know when we get to the point that it's a game. I love this little mat that attaches to the tray with suction. It has ties that you can attach toys, which is great for that stage when they're throwing everything off of their high chair. This allowed me to get my entire refrigerator cleaned out while she played, and we also got teeth brushed. Now, when the interest wanes, this is the time to clear everything off and move on to a new activity. Maybe they aren't going to have anything on their tray, but you're going to be singing while you're sweeping the floor. You could even make getting dressed part of the end of your high chair time. So maybe you're all finished with everything you need to do. They're getting a little antsy, ready to get down. You want to end on a high note whenever possible, and having your child ask to be excused. Now, if they're nonverbal, you're going to go through the motions of, are you all done? Would you like to get down? Would you like to be excused? Whatever language you're going to use in your home. I like, may I be excused, please? And you can teach more words as your child gets older, but you are going to provide the question in this case. So they're fussing a little to get down. You're going to say, we're all done with high chair time. Are you ready to be excused? And if they don't know what that means yet, they'll know by the end of the week, because you'll say, yes, you're ready to be excused. Okay. And you're going to remove the tray. You've done such a good job. You're unbuckling them. You sat so still in your high chair. I'm so proud of you. If you've never subscribed to The Peaceful Home, I invite you to do that. Just click on my picture right here, and it's completely free. Just a vote for my channel. I'm also leaving the link to the Overwhelmed playlist right here. And you can also go to my entire parenting playlist, which includes every parenting video that I've done. So give high chair training a try. Let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. God bless you.